Jumbo, everybody. This is Nick from Magical News Live, and welcome to a very fun live stream today. A topic that I've been looking forward to chatting with you all now for a little bit. And this stream, unlike some of the others we've had in the past, is just going to be a sit-down discussion. If you've been watching from when we used to live in New Jersey, we used to do a lot of these discussion streams, and now today we're doing a discussion stream. So really fun. Welcome in, everybody. I'm going to read off the names in the chat in just a minute, and I'm going to pull up, hopefully I'm still here. I'm just going to pull up something else for the stream really quickly. So welcome in, everybody. Leave us a chat message and let us know you're here. And for today, we're going to be talking all about the new Disney Park Pass system, the reservation system, which lets you get entry to the parks, the Walt Disney World Resort theme parks. And I'm going to talk to you all about it. I'm going to tell you my experiences with using it on opening morning, because the first morning anybody could ever use the system, June 22nd, I was honored enough to be able to use it and go in and get my reservations. Thankfully, I did get all the dates I wanted as well. So I'm going to come on here and talk to everybody about that, but I'm going to go through some of the lovely names in our chat. Before we do that, I do want to thank our channel members. Their names are highlighted in green, or they might have a Mickey next to their name. They are awesome. Thank you so much to our channel members. Your support for the channel is tremendously, is that a word, tremendously? Well, greatly appreciated. Also, if you are just joining, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and also share out the stream and let others know, hey, we're live and we have a very fun show here for today. In case you in the future want to go to the Disney parks and you have no clue how to use the Park Pass system, hopefully in this video I can help you a little bit. Also, I'm going to be talking about some other things in the stream as well as the Park Pass system at the beginning, and I'm going to give people, if you will, a few minutes to come in, and then we will discuss the Disney Park Pass system. So welcome in Samantha, who was the first in the chat. Disney Steve, welcome in. Bob Shalvoy, welcome in. Bob, hope you're having a great day. And he said, if it pops up, thank you so much for helping Josh get his park reservations. That was very thoughtful of you. Yeah, so if you guys heard Resort TV 1 on their stream last night, it was the morning, yesterday morning, right? The 26th. And I texted Josh and I said, Josh, the system's live now if you want to go in. And he got all the reservations he wanted. It's Joey's World says, and welcome, by the way, Joey, Keith, and Lisa. They're awesome. You definitely want to go check out their channel. Thanks for the heads up on the reservation, keeping our fingers crossed that our Jersey family will be able to come down at the end of August. Yes, fingers crossed. Hopefully they can come down. Rob Fuzz, welcome in, Rob. Donna Jaworski, Donna, welcome in. Hope you're having a great day. Anna, welcome. David, welcome in. Big Disney fan. Disney Up, Boiler Up, welcome in. Hope you guys are doing well. Dad Resort TV 1, good to see you as always. Pete McDevitt, Pete, you're awesome. Guys, go check out Pete McDevitt's channel. He has a really great few series on his channel. He has an NFL watch party every Thursday at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You are not going to want to miss that even if you're a big football fan. If not, still go in anyway. And then he has Disney Innovators Off the Wall every Sunday night. I believe at around 9 p.m. is the same exact time. Don't quote me on that, but you definitely do want to go check out his channel for that. And you get to learn a little more about all these Disney innovators and these YouTubers. It's a really fun show. John, welcome in. R. Johns, welcome in. Richard and Miss Amy, welcome. Mom Resort TV 1, welcome in. Hope you're having a great day as well. The whole Resort TV 1 family is awesome. So yeah, we are going to be talking all about Orlando Mike, welcome in as well. Captain Akron, welcome in. Captain Akron, welcome in. So we are going to be talking about the Disney Park Pass system. So Disney, not too terribly long ago, revealed that in order to enter the Walt Disney World theme parks, which includes the Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Disney's Hollywood Studios, and Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park, you will need a reservation to get in. Something interesting, if you do read the fine print, it does say that it does not guarantee you entry. It does, but it doesn't. The Disney Park Pass says, okay, I can get into this park on this day, versus if you don't have a park pass, you can't get in on that day. Although if they somehow can't let you in because it hit capacity or whatever, or limited capacity, it doesn't guarantee you entry. That's just kind of what they have to say. Just shared out to my daughter. It's her turn to make a reservation tomorrow. I think it's still ridiculous that she has a ticket for a certain day, but still has to make a reservation. Unfortunately, with everything going on, that is the way it has to work. I know it's a little everybody's a little frustrated about the new system. I mean, nobody likes having to make a reservation for the parks, but we will be talking about that in a little bit. So I wanted to share my experiences using the Park Pass system on the first morning as a resort guest, because I do have a resort reservation for when the parks are opening. Todd B, I will be talking all about the system in just a few minutes. You're going to want to stick around for that. Before we talk about the system, because I know the notifications do take a few minutes to go out, I wanted to talk about another piece of news without getting anything riled up in the chat, keeping it very basic. For those of you who might not have heard, the iconic Splash Mountain attraction in the Magic Kingdom and Disneyland, and I was actually not considering talking about it, but then I thought it's a little piece of news, and plus the channel name is MagicalNewsLIVE. I thought, why not? Splash Mountain in the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World and what's it called? Splash Mountain at Magic Kingdom and Disneyland are getting a full revamp. They are getting revamped into a Princess and the Frog themed attraction. They did release concept art in Disney Parks blog all about it. They have said that the plan has been in progress for over a year now. And there were petitions going around for them to retheme it to Princess and the Frog right before they announced it, which I think pushed them over the edge a little bit. So for those of you who have not heard, yes, it is confirmed that they are going to retheme Splash. And sharing my opinion really quickly, because I know everybody has different opinions, but I will just share my little opinion on it because I'm sure you're all wondering. I love Splash Mountain. I think the attraction is great. I've made so many memories on it. I am looking forward to the new attraction. I've always said I like change, like with Great Movie Ride. I mean, very, very little people like when Great Movie Ride left, but everybody loves Runaway Railway. So I'm looking forward to the new attraction. The concept art does look really cool. I think they could have put the attraction somewhere else and kept Splash Mountain, but of course it's Disney's decision. We can't do anything about it. So that's just my little opinion. So yeah, it's a lot of people are excited. Some people are not excited, but we'll have to see what happens. Orlando Mike, I woke up 1 hour after they opened the system for APs and Magic Kingdom was all gone for all of July. I won't be able to visit Magic Kingdom, my second favorite park, for a couple of months. So annoyed, yeah. And we're going to talk about that all as well here in a minute. Diz Our Dream, Jeff and Angela, welcome in. Myers and the Mouse, welcome in. And be sure to go subscribe to Diz Our Dream and Myers and the Mouse. They both have great channels if you have not already. So that's Splash Mountain. We're just going to leave it there because I know if I keep talking about it, the chat will just get riled up about it. Also, for those of you who might not live in Florida, you might not know, the COVID-19 cases in Florida are currently, at the time of filming, spiking up at an outrageous amount. Today, we are just a little bit under 10,000 cases in one day, which is the most we've seen in Florida. I think we're now up to, give or take, 124,000. I think I read this afternoon. I might be off with that number, so don't quote me exactly. So the question about are the parks going to open at the time of filming, which is June 27th at 4:38 p.m. Eastern Time, Disney World parks are scheduled to open on July 11th. Do I still think they will open? Me? Yes, I think they will still be opening. The reason is, and we're going to probably, I know everybody's coming here for the Park Pass. We are going to talk about that in just 1 minute. But the reason I do think it is opening is because by entering Walt Disney World property, you are voluntarily assuming exposure to any risk to COVID-19. So Disney's not responsible. They can just be open, but they are not responsible. I think Disney said to a few news sites that if they can open, they will be opening. So we'll see. At the time of filming on June 27th at 4:39 p.m. Eastern Time, Disney World is scheduled to open. Of course, that could easily change, but at the time of filming, they are going to open. We'll see. I don't Personally, I think they will be opening. Is it right to open with the cases spiking? That's controversial, so we'll leave it there. But I personally think they will be opening. That's where we'll leave that topic as well. And let's see. I know some people in the chat had questions. So if you have any questions about the park pass system, we are going to take care of all questions at the end. So think of your questions in your head right now. Yes, Disney is planning on doing annual pass holder previews for Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom on the 10th and 9th and the 10th. So those are still scheduled. There has been no announcement about when those are going to come out, though. So the Disney Park Pass system is the official name for the reservation system. Jenna, Resort 221, welcome, Jenna. Guys, Jenna had a great premiere this morning with different hidden gems in Diagon Alley at Universal Orlando, Universal Studios Florida. Definitely go check that out. And speaking of Universal, we do have another brand for Magical News Live. It is, and I'm going to put it up here in just 1 second. It is at UNIV News Live. So Universal News Live is our second brand where we talk everything Universal. There is a Twitter account, a Facebook, and a Instagram, all at UNIV, right? I'm probably getting this so wrong. Right around the bottom here. Yeah. UNIV News Live. Go follow it and go check it out. I'd really appreciate that if you guys could do that and take a minute to do that either now or after the stream or before the stream, whenever. Go follow at UNIV News Live on Facebook, Twitter, and or Instagram, or all the above, or none, or whatever. But definitely go follow it, because every single day I do share Universal news updates. And like today I shared about Bourne's Stuntacular opening. So it's definitely fun for sure. So yeah, the Disney Park Pass system opened for resort guests on June 22nd. The Disney Park Pass system opened for annual pass holders on June 26th, yesterday. And the Disney Park Pass system opens for ticketed guests without a resort reservation and no annual pass, just a regular base ticket, on the 28th, which is tomorrow at the time of filming. I use the system on opening morning, first morning, any guest could use it. Here's my experience. It was a stressful morning, and I'll tell you why. The system was slated to open, notice how I said slated to open, at 7 a.m. Eastern time. So 7 a.m., everybody was getting ready to go on. I got up at 6 a.m. thinking, okay, well, I have to wake up, and I'm going to take time to wake up. I'll go get a drink or whatever, get ready before the system opens. So I went on the website at like 6:50, just refresh, because maybe it'll open up early. Who knows? Not open. I went on at 6:55, not open. Then 7 o'clock hits, and like when 7 o'clock hits, I'm refreshing the site like crazy. I went on the site at 7, not open. 7:05, not open. 7:10, not open. 7:15, not open. 7:20, not open. 7:25, not open. The website was not open until 7:30. The link was not up until 7:30 a.m. Versus the previous DizJabber71, welcome in. I'll talk about his channel in 1 second. The website for the park passes to reserve them was not available till 7:30. Before the site was open at 7:30, the site was crashing, lagging. Everybody in the Disney World pass holders group said, it's not working, it's crashing. I keep getting this loading screen with this stupid pink castle that I don't want to look at. I'll talk about the pink castle and Space Mountain screen in a minute. So obviously it was a stressful morning. So I get on at 7:30, the link's up, hallelujah, the Disney gods are finally answering my prayers. So I get on the link at 7:30, and I get into a "We're Almost in Orbit" screen with the Space Mountain picture. I wish I could show on the screen, but unfortunately I can't right now. Maybe another stream I will. So I got on this "We're almost in orbit. Please wait as you are in a virtual queue. Don't refresh your back, blah, blah, blah." And I had a countdown. So I was like, oh, I'll be able to do it in X amount of minutes. My countdown was 3 minutes. So I was like, okay, I'll be able to do it in 3 minutes. No worries. I'll get in 3 minutes and I'll maybe go back to bed. I got in 30 minutes after the countdown hit 0. So it was at 0. It was at 3 minutes, went down to 0, and it stuck at 0 for 30 minutes. So 30 minutes, I'm stuck at 0. It's not moving. It's not moving. Then the page finally refreshes. Yes, you are in a virtual queue, and I'll talk about the virtual queue here in just a minute because there's a lot of stuff with this topic. That's why I want to do a whole stream about it. So after the 30, I was in that 0-minute countdown for 30 minutes. The page refreshes, and it goes to this pink castle. It says, like, the magic is a moment away or something like that. It's this pink castle screen, and I'm stuck there for maybe 10 minutes. That one wasn't as bad. I remember that one not being as terrible. I was stuck there for maybe 10 minutes. And then, what's it called? I was stuck there for maybe 10 minutes. And then I got back to the Space Mountain screen. Now, I didn't know, did it send me back to the beginning? Did I, what happened? Did I go to the, because it was the same exact screen with the same exact countdown. So I was like, did I go back? Did I do this? Like, what happened? I noticed in the address bar on the stream, it said disneyworld.disney.go.com/park-reservations /create party. So I knew create party was in there. I must be getting close. I was in that countdown for maybe 20 minutes. After that screen finally loaded, I got in. I was finally in the system. Hallelujah, I'm finally in. And so I got in, and I selected my party, selected the date, and I get an error. It's like Olaf with his head falling off. That's not what I wanted to see right now. And I get an error. So I was like, no, I can't go back in this queue. I'm not going to get in. So I had to click the back button, get back to the create party, get back into choose my date in my park, and it finally goes through. So I had to choose. I chose all the dates. I got Magic Kingdom on opening day. I got Epcot on opening day. I got the 12th Animal Kingdom, 16th Hollywood, and the list goes on of what I got. I was in and out of the system from the moment I clicked on the link to getting out of the system. Or let me rephrase it. 7 a.m. No, let me backtrack one more time. I got done with the system at 9:55 a.m., which meant I was in the system for almost 3 hours, which was ridiculous. I was like waiting in the queues for like 2 hours and 30 minutes, and then I got in the system and I had to get all my times. So yes, I did get the dates. I'm going to Magic Kingdom on opening day, assuming the parks are opening. But it was weird because I just kept going through these queues. And then later in the day, and I'll tell you guys how the system works in a second. I'm just sharing my story on it. Later in the day, I was like, let me just see if I could get back in. Let me see if there's a queue and, what's up. And there was no queue. I just got right in. And all the days were still available. The only thing that was not available was Hollywood Studios on the 15th, and I wasn't even planning on going there on the 15th. I was planning on going to Epcot. So I got in. I had no issue getting in the system. Obviously, a little crazy. Yeah, so that was my story. And DizJabber71, I want to talk about his channel. I meant to earlier. Thank you so much for becoming a channel member. I really do appreciate that. If you guys do not know DizJabber71, Christian has a great channel. He does a lot of trivia and interviewing a lot of other Disney YouTubers. And he does a great job. I'm on one of his interviews. I will be a guest in about 1.5 months. It will be published. We already did the interview, and he does a really, really great job. And he does an amazing job. So thank you so much, Christian, and go subscribe to him, DizJabber71. He does a great job. P. McDevitt, you're too kind as well, P. You're awesome. He says, I'm currently stuck in a virtual queue for your channel since 6:30 this morning with a picture of the castle telling me I have to wait a few minutes to super chat. That's awesome, Pete. Thank you so much for your super chat. And I said it earlier, but go subscribe to Pete McDevitt as well. He really does a great job of this channel, has some great shows on his channel. So go check it out. He does a great, great job for sure. So that was my story. Now I'm going to share my story of yesterday morning, because yesterday morning with the annual pass holders one was a little different. So I got up at 6 a.m. This was a weird day because I got up at 6 a.m. and people already said the system was open. Someone said it was open at 2 a.m. So I checked at midnight just to see, could it theoretically open at midnight? Maybe they made an error. It was not open. So I was like, okay, it's probably not going to open until 7. I'll go to bed and I'll get up at 6 a.m. So I set my alarm for 6 a.m. I get up. People say the system's open. And I ran to my computer and I texted Josh and I said the system's open. And I told Sam the system was open. And it seemed like everybody was able to get in. But for me, the pass holders one was almost harder than the resort guest one. There was no virtual queue, but I got this Olaf, we keep getting an error so many times. I was not able to get in for literally 15 minutes because I just kept getting error screens. It's crazy. Thankfully, I did get the one day. So annual pass holders can get 3. I'm going to talk about that here in a minute. I did get the one day I wanted, which was July 13th at, I think, Magic Kingdom. So, yeah. What else? So let me explain how it works for pass holders and resort guests and ticketed guests. Let me explain how it works for each of your tiers. If you are a resort guest, if you have a resort and an annual pass or ticket, you can get a park pass for as many days as your resort and tickets are valid. Let's say you have a resort from, just pretending, the 11th to the 17th of July. You can get 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, all those days for park passes if you want. You don't have to just get 3 or 1 or 2. You can get as many days as your resort allows you. If you're an annual pass holder without a resort reservation, you can only get up to 3 at one time. So you can get the 11th, 12th, 13th. You can't get any more until you use, I believe, at least one of those, but do not quote me. It might be till you use all 3. If you are a ticketed guest without a resort, you just get as many as your ticket allows. Your ticket allows, if you have a 1-day ticket, you get 1. You have a 2-day ticket, you get 2. You have a 7-day ticket, you get 7. I think that's how it works. That at least is what I've understood. Yeah, so that's how it works. That's what your tickets allow you. What's interesting is, and I'm actually going to pull it up. Maybe I don't think I can show it because it'll act weird. Is there are different buckets of reservations. There's one bucket for resort guests, one bucket for ticketed guests, one bucket for pass holders. I was trying to think of how to explain this for the stream, and I came up with, I think, the perfect explanation because I'm probably going to be all technical with it, and you guys won't understand it. I came up with the perfect explanation that really anybody should understand. So it's Halloween night, and you're going up to Donna's house because Donna has all the good candy, and there's 3 buckets outside for candy you can get. One says ticketed guests, one says annual pass holders, one says resort guests, because she totally labels her candy buckets that way. At the beginning of the night, when she puts out her candy, all the buckets have the same amount of candy in it. But as the buckets as people start to take from the buckets, the numbers start to decrease. So as resort guests start to go in and take their candy, aka park days, the number of things the resort guests can get starts to decrease. As annual pass holders go in, like yesterday, and dramatically take all the candy, I guess the annual pass holders bucket had all the good candy, the number dramatically decreases. And as ticketed guests get in, that's tomorrow, so I can't give an explanation, but that number will decrease. So there are certain park reservations for there's a certain number of park reservations for each ticket allotment. There's a certain number of reservations given to pass holders, certain amount given to resort guests, certain amount given to ticketed guests. That's why you will see, if you go on the availability calendar right now, that resort guests, and I'm going to check it right here while I'm on with you guys, resort guests can book Magic Kingdom opening day, but pass holders can't, because the resort guest bucket of candy has that candy type July 11th Magic Kingdom available, but the annual pass holders might have had all the good candy and it got taken away. Mars said annual pass holders had Milky Way and Snickers. Probably the annual pass holders must have had all the good candy. Rob says he may bring a few costumes and come back a few times. Mrs. Galaxy, welcome in. Hope you're doing well and you guys are staying safe. So that was my kind of way of describing it for you, but hopefully that made you understand it. So right now, annual pass holders cannot get July 11th for any park. All that candy was taken, but for resort guests, you can get July 11th for any park because that candy has not been touched yet. Ticketed guests, the bucket's full right now. At the time of filming, the bucket's full. So we're going to have to see what happens tomorrow on July 28th, June 28th, Halloween, when that happens. And R. John says, we still have a lot of candy from the Halloween party. You know what's interesting is I had all the candy because we had the party pass. I had all the candy right before we moved, and then literally when we moved, I was like, I'm not going to eat all this candy. I just have to dump it. So yeah. But that's my way of describing how there's certain buckets for certain ticket types. Question is, closer to time, will they redistribute the buckets? This is something that a lot of people have said, and I do not have an answer for. So let's pretend it's the night before July 11th, when Magic Kingdom is supposed to open, and resort guests is full, it still has times, and pass holders doesn't. People have said they should take what's available from the other parties and distribute them to other places. Like resort guests, half could go to ticketed, half could go to annual pass holders or what's available. I personally think that should happen, although I don't know what Disney's going to do. The other thing is, so this is what I've understood. Again, not confirmed. I don't know it, but this is what I've understood. Let's say you have a reservation for July 11th Magic Kingdom. Yeah, I'm going opening day. Woohoo. And it's July 10th, and you're like, oh, shoot, I have a doctor's appointment I forgot about. I can't go. If you cancel your park pass before, at least one day before your day is. So let's say you cancel your park pass on July 10th or before, if you have one on the 11th, theoretically, it goes back in that bucket. It's like putting the candy back in the bucket, which would be unsanitary now with COVID, but the candy goes back in the bucket. And I see a lot of you are asking questions. Be sure to save them for just a little bit from now, and I'm going to try to get to as many of those as possible. The candy will go back in the bucket. If you cancel the day of your park pass, so for this example, July 11th, your candy will not go back in that bucket. Your candy goes in the trash. Why? I don't know. But so if you cancel the park pass on the same day, it does not go back in the system. If you cancel the day before or any days before, it will go back in the system. I don't know why, but that's how that system works. And I will answer this question because I did want to touch on this. And Sam just answered it too. But I heard that this is a thing throughout 2021 until at least 2022. As of right now, at the time of filming, it is a thing through September 26th, 2021. We can't even go now. We can't even go, and now we can't get home. I can't deal with this. We have so much to do. I'm sorry to hear that. You guys can always reach out, Alyssa and Neil, if you ever need anything from me. We're always here. Donna said, no use candy at my house. Just saying, yes, no use candy at Donna's house. But you guys get the point of that. You can't. You know what I mean about canceling if it goes back in the system. Another question is that a lot of people ask me is, can I cancel them for certain people in my reservations? Yes, you can. Let's say you have a reservation for 5 people and one person in your party decides, I'm sick, I don't want to go. You can click that cancel button on the app or in the website, and you can cancel it for certain people. It won't cancel it for everybody. You don't have to worry about that. So yeah, that's how that works. You can cancel it for certain amounts of people. You don't have to cancel it for just everybody. What else? Because I know there was something else I wanted to touch on that I just totally forgot. So yeah, that's how that would work. And I'm trying to think if there were any other main. I will start taking your questions in just 1 minute. But I am trying to think if I have any other key points about the park pass to tell you. Well, let's see. I saw the cancel and thought it would cancel the whole thing and got scared. No. Cancel. If you cancel a park pass, it does not cancel it for everybody. It will only cancel for whoever you select it to cancel to. So let's say you have Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Pluto, and Goofy. If Goofy gets sick and doesn't want to go, you can click cancel. It will say which guests do you want to cancel. It's kind of like Fast Pass. You say which guests do you want to cancel for. You will click Goofy because he's apparently sick, and we'll keep it for everybody else, and Goofy's will go away. And if it's at least a day before, it will go back in the system. I will say, and I'm going to start taking your questions in a minute, so think about them, but don't post them quite yet. The Park Pass system is very easy to use. As of right now, and I'll actually tell you because I can pull it up on my Mac over here. As of right now, at the time of filming at 5 o'clock on a Saturday, even though it's very slow, it's probably the internet because I'm streaming, but there is no virtual queue to get in. It's letting me sign in right now, which I'm obviously not going to do because I don't have to get the system and clog it up. But this is a good question from Bob Shalvoy. Welcome in, Bob. He says, after you use your first reservation, can you get another reservation for the next day? I don't know. I have not confirmed that. From what I'm understanding, yes. I don't know. I will not tell you 100%, but I'm like 90% positive you can. Of course, I don't know, though. Now, this is something else, and then actually, guys, start posting your questions in the chat. I'm sure all of you have a gazillion questions. Start posting them. Kaylee, Handmade Heart Ears, welcome in. Kaylee, hope you're doing well. Fast Pass, yeah, that service is temporarily unavailable. The other thing is, and I just lost my train of thought. It was something about getting reservations for the next day. Oh, that's right. If you have a resort, so let's say you have a resort reservation. I'm trying to use examples here. Let's say you have a resort reservation from July 10th through the 13th, and you get those park passes. I'm not going to use that. You have a resort reservation from the 14th through the 20th, and you get 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 for park passes. If you are an annual pass holder, there is a glitch in the system where you are not supposed to be getting your you can't get the extra 3, so you can only get the ones you have a resort. Apparently it's a glitch right now because I, with resorts, was only able to get 1 extra as an annual pass holder, which I did thankfully get. So yeah, I don't know how that's going to work. I think it's a glitch right now. There were a lot of glitches on opening day. I know on opening day it confused people's not so scary tickets with their annual passes. Of course, because it would have glitches on opening day. It also LinkedIn pop up 30 minutes after they said it would. So start posting your questions. I know you guys probably have a lot of questions I would love to answer. Myers and the Mouse, it sounds like it's a better deal if you're not. I think that's an annual pass holder. If you are not an annual pass holder, in some cases, yes. In some cases, no. If you are from out of state, I personally think it's better to not have an annual pass. If you are from in-state Florida, I think you should keep your annual pass because you can just get them whenever you want. I personally think if you're in Florida, keep your annual pass because those days for reservations will start adding up. Not a question, but a statement. There are 4 parks, but they only allow 3 reservations to APs and don't allow park hopping, so that does not add up. What's interesting is they were originally supposed to have, and they did confirm this, so I can say it. Were originally supposed to have 2 reservations for annual pass holders. You were originally supposed to get 2 days at one time, and I guess they were being a little generous and gave us 3 days at a time. But it was originally, according to several of the news blogs, you were supposed to get 2 at a time as an annual pass holder. Now there are 3 at a time, which is, yeah. But I do agree they should have 4 reservations, if anything. I do agree about that. So the resort spots take up your 3 as a pass holder. Apparently it's a glitch and they're supposed to fix it. With resorts, it only let me get 1 extra, which I'm okay with. I don't really need to get 2 more extra because I have a few reservations in there right now. So I don't know. Another thing, and feel free to ask your questions, comments, concerns, feedback in the chat. You can't do it on the app. It's only on the website. In that drop down on the right-hand side where it says Disney Park Pass System, learn about theme park reservations, you can do it in there. I will say, and I said this earlier, if there is no queue The system's not hard to use. You can literally be do one reservation in 30 seconds. It's not that hard to use the system. It really isn't. Let's see. Sarah says, and I'll pin that up here, I have a resort reservation in October, traveling from Georgia. I made my resort reservations, but as an annual pass holder, I should be able to visit the parks prior to October using my annual pass and booking the 3 AP days as well. From what I've understood, yes, but as I said earlier, there is a glitch right now where it will not allow you to book more, but yes, you should be able to. And Donna says, Nick is always on top of things. He knows his stuff. You're too kind, Donna. Thank you. Myers and Mouse said water parks. I do not know with water parks. They haven't really announced those. Yeah, I know. I don't know with water parks what's going to happen. They have not announced an opening day. And actually, someone asked about this in a Facebook group, and I think someone else said what I've been thinking. They're just trying to focus on the 4 parks right now. They're just trying to focus on Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios. I think I got all the 4 parks. So, CFL Park Hopper, welcome in, Tosh. Go check out her channel as well. She does a great job. Do you think Disney will give pass holders more than 3 days? As someone who goes often, it looks like now I won't be able to get in again until September after using my first 3 in July. I do understand where you're coming from because I obviously think I'm thinking too I might not get in until September or late August at the rate that these are all going. I personally think they should have given 4 or 5, maybe not 5. I think nothing's too much for Disney. I think they should have maybe given 4 at a minimum. Of course, I'm not Disney. I can't choose what they do, but I think they should have done 4 or something like that. But I do understand that, and I don't really know why they're doing that. These Are Dreams said, I have friends who are coming in October with a DVC reservation and no tickets. I understand they may not be able to get tickets now. So yes, that's another thing that's going on with Disney. As of right now, at the time of filming, you cannot buy new tickets. You can't buy new annual passes. You can't buy new tickets. I don't think you can book new reservations for 2020. It's only 2021. You can't buy new tickets. Apparently, they're going to do that later in the summer. I don't know when that is, but yeah, you cannot buy new tickets. Unfortunately, I know it's kind of stressful for someone who might want to go on July 11th. I think why Disney's doing that, and actually it's kind of smart, is to make sure people don't buy a bunch of tickets for July 11th as ticketed guests and see it sells out right away, and then they're all going to be upset. I think that's one of the reasons why. Alyssa Neal said, if we were going to plan a vacation, it wouldn't be now. This is too difficult for a fun time. It's supposed to be a good time. It's hard enough to get fast passes when things are normal. I do agree. And a lot of people said you should wait if you're trying to book a If you're trying to book a part, if you're trying to have like a fun time, you should probably wait because it's a little more planning now. I was just saying if I had a resort. Oh, okay. If I had a resort reservation in October, it's making me very hard to activate my passes now. Yeah. So basically, if you had a resort reservation, you're supposed to be able to get those 3 extra. Weekdays are all that's really left. If we go to school, it will be tough. Yeah. Unfortunately, the weekdays are all that's left in August and even September 5th. And actually, I'll go check it while I'm on with you guys right now. Hopefully you can still see me. In September 5th is gone for Hollywood Studios, which is in almost 2 months from now, give or take, which is a little crazy. But yeah, I thought you can add tickets to a reservation on the 28th. That might be the case. I think that's for 2021, though. Don't quote me on that, though. So nothing has really changed. No new tickets for this year. As of right now, you cannot get new tickets for 2020. You can only, you can't get new tickets for 2020, which is sad. Of course it is. Yeah. So if any of you have any other questions about the Disney Park Pass system, let me know. Obviously, it is a little tough to get those reservations. Once you get your reservations, by the way, it says everywhere that you have to select an arrival window. There is one arrival window. It's park open and park closed. you can come at the time you desire. If you come, so let's say Magic Kingdom's open from 9 to 7. You want to come at 6:59 at night. If they let you in, you technically can. If you want to come at 4 p.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 p.m., you can. You cannot park hop, but you can leave and come back to the same park. So let's say you have a Magic Kingdom time for 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. on July 11th and it's too hot and you want to go back to your resort, you can come back to the same park. So basically, it's like you don't have a park hopper ticket, you just have a base ticket, which lets you leave and come back. You just can't park hop, unfortunately. And yeah, I know a lot of people are asking about if the parks are going to be open on July 11th. As of right now, at the time of filming, they will be open. Of course, I'm not Disney. I don't know what they're going to do. I know Disney's planning on opening, but it's interesting for sure. If you guys have any other questions, comments, feedback, I know a lot of people have concerns. If you have any questions, comments, feedback about the Disney Park Pass system, I would love to answer them for you. I hope when you're planning your trips, you can get the reservations you want. I know it is a little stressful, but pack your patience. That's what a lot of people have said. You need to pack your patience and make sure when you do want to go in and book those reservations, you are packing your patience and making sure that you're calm and you're not going to get stressed out about it, all that stuff. And everybody's saying, hey to everybody, that's awesome. So let me explain to you guys what is coming up on the channel in the next few weeks. Also, as I said earlier, we do have a new brand for the channel, a new partner to the channel called MagicalNewsLIVE, all one word, and the social media outlets we'd love for you to go and follow them are at UNIV, Univ News Live. All the links are also in the description down below. So in case you guys would like to follow those, you absolutely can. Yeah, definitely. If you missed the beginning, go watch the replays. I did talk about a lot of important, if you will, stuff at the beginning. Listen, you said, they said, let me put it up. If people were behaving in a safe and smart way right now, things will get better at Disney World. It's all up to the public. Be safe and all will be good. I do agree. You just got to be safe. Some people are safe, and I applaud those who are. And some people are, I don't really think, some people aren't thinking about, obviously, there is still an active virus. And so just be safe. That's what I think is important. Just be safe. If you are wanting, this is the one more thing I'll say, and then I'll talk about the channel, and then we'll probably wrap it up. If you are wanting to come to Disney, if you're wanting to come to Disney and you want to have a fun time, I would say wait. I would say wait a little bit, because if you're going to be stressed out about it, I don't think that's right. You don't want to be stressed out about Disney. You want to have a good time. I would say just wait a little bit, and hopefully, fingers crossed, everything's good. If you are a pass holder, I would say keep your annual pass. There is no reason to get rid of it. Personally, if you are planning on going to the parks at some point within the expiration date, if you will. If you're not planning on going to the parks, you might be able to let it expire. Although, no, if you do let it expire 30 days after the expiration date, you will not get the discount when renewing it. And it does make a pretty significant deal. So you might want to think about that. If your annual passes are planning on expiring, you might just want to renew it in case you do plan on coming, or if you have friends coming down or anything like that, because that discount would make a big deal. So hopefully that was all. Yeah, Dev said wait. I would say just wait. That's what I would say. So let's talk about the channel really quickly, and then we'll wrap it on up. Of course, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feedback, feel free to always message me. I'm always around to take those messages. So Nick for governor of Florida, that would be a handful right now. Maybe I'll take that on at a later date, but that would be a handful right now with everything going on. And hopefully you guys found this informative and helped you understand a little more. So for those of you who might not have noticed, I've not streamed out of the house since May 28th. So actually, tomorrow's 1 month of me streaming at Disney Springs for the first time. There are a few reasons for this, mainly because everybody has been streaming Disney Springs, and I think it's starting to get a little old, and I don't want to just be streaming it 24/7 and making it every single stream possible, if you know what I mean. I would say I would say I am planning on going live from Walt Disney World, and I'm going to talk about 2 streams I have coming up in just a few minutes. I would vote for him to help with the campaign. I would be honored, but not right now with everything going on. I do not want to deal with all that. I am planning on streaming from Disney Springs again, just not right now, because it seems like this past week, literally everybody has been going live from Disney Springs. So obviously I don't want to do that right now. Hopefully within the next few weeks, I think I'm planning something for next week, I think, for Disney Springs. I'm not too sure. What else? I am planning on streaming from a resort soon. I will give an update to that soon. The channel members will find out about that with their early access, but I am planning on streaming from a resort. And for those of you saying, does he have a resort reservation or a dining reservation? Because you can only go in the resorts if you have a resort reservation or a dining reservation. The answer is yes, I do have a resort reservation, so I will be, not legally, but you know what I mean, I'll be allowed to stream. I'm allowed to be on property because I do have a resort reservation, and I will be showing some form of proof of that on stream, because I don't, you know how people are. So yeah, that's pretty much all that's going on. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining, and shout out to our channel members once again. They really do an awesome job. If you guys did miss it, Disney World Freak, welcome in, Carlos. If you did miss it, be sure to follow at UNIV News Live on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for a bunch of Universal news. Actually, a piece of news from Universal is that the Born Stuntacular has a set opening date for June 30th with a special hashtag Universal at Home premiere on June 29th. So that's a piece of news I sent out earlier, opening very soon, much sooner than I think anybody really thought, although it was in technical rehearsal. Thank you so much to everybody who's joined. Be sure, and I did just get a notification, to go check out Tanya, That Crazy Disney Lady, live in about 15 minutes from Gasparilla Island Grill at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. So definitely be sure to go check that out. Have a wonderful, oh, by the way, we have another interview coming up. This one, I'm not going to announce the guest yet. I'm going to announce the guest very soon. But we have another interview coming up on Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. I know it's a little late, and it's kind of a weird day for me to stream, but with our guests, this was one of the only days and times to make it work, and I could not pass it up. So we are going to be streaming Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. With a very special guest and a great friend of mine. You are not going to want to miss that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. Remember, one little spark of inspiration is at the heart of all creation. Hakuna Matata, and I will talk to you all very soon, and hope to see you on some of the live streams here in our community. Have a great rest of your day, and fingers crossed for those of you who will be going to get those park reservations. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everybody.